Jump in my 6'4" and let the top dine. Trunk hitting hard when I swing through H-time. Cup full of oil and an orange kush sweet. Cause this is how we do it in that 713. My candy red paint cocked up on foe. Shocking and body rocking cause the south side ho. DJ Screw got me falling asleep. This is how we do it in that 713.
Welcome to Sports with Balls. Here are your hosts, Jeff Michael, Lauren Leal, and Grant Miles.
Welcome in
What
to
up?
Sports with Balls.
It's SWB.
Here
we are.
Here
Like my
we are.
glasses.
Yes, sir.
7 o'clock, y'all. Or actually, 6 o'clock.
on a Friday.
Getting ready for the weekend.
It's just starting off.
Hope you all had a good week. Jeff Michael, Lauren Leals, Grant Miles, Sports with Balls at an early time, 6 o'clock on a Friday.
We're getting it
stoked.
cranked up. I'm stoked to be back. I feel like I've been out of the loop for so long.
You have.
I can't wait.
No,
It
it's
was
not.
only
It's not a
Tuesday.
feeling. It's not a feeling.
It's not a feeling.
You literally
You
have.
Well, okay.
Lauren was moving.
Oh yeah. So I forgot. It has been longer. I said it was last Thursday. It has been longer than that, right? How long?
Well,
when's
it's
the
been
last
over a
show?
week because now it's Friday. Yeah,
Okay.
right?
We did good.
Right?
Yeah.
We were good without Lauren. I think.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
I didn't talk to
Guys.
anybody that said, hey, I didn't watch. So it was good.
That's right. The last time you were missing, Grant got phone calls, and the people would not watch the show.
Yeah. No, just the
Rude.
first question I got was, "Where's the girl at?"
that girl that said
There's
that.
always got to be a girl. Every good story ends with a girl.
Really?
And I was like, "Lauren, are you talking about Lauren, that girl?"
Ironically, every bad story ends with a girl too.
I think we're gonna hear some from. I think
Yeah,
we're gonna
yeah,
hear some
yeah,
of that
yeah.
from you today, Jeff.
Yeah.
Oh, in the
Yeah,
Jeff's
we're gonna hear about
sure.
that in Jeff's
I'm excited.
magical 5 minutes. What did we call it?
at the Jeff 5.
Jeff 5.
The Magic
Jeff
Mike 5.
Well, welcome into Sports with Balls, guys. Like you said, Jeff Michael. I'm Lauren Leal. He's Grant Miles. Johnny J is on the back on the ones and twos. We're coming to you from our favorite home, of course, Christian's Tailgate. What on Kirby? Come join us. Join in on the conversation if you are at home on Facebook. Leave a comment. We will definitely answer your questions. We have Rudy saying, driving home, listening to Sports with Balls.
That's
3
my boy.
exclamation
That's
points.
what I
love
played
it.
basketball. He was my roommate. We were traveling to Europe playing basketball. He was my roommate.
That is so cool.
Yeah, Rudy's awesome.
Humble
Lives in San
brag.
Antonio.
Humble brag.
Sorry, I should have waited.
So, like, whenever I
I was
was
gonna say, so what is he? What did he
whenever I
play?
was
What did you play?
Oh,
playing
man.
overseas, you remember that?
I knew this was coming. I can't wait to the Hinge thing. This will be interesting.
Yeah.
Hinge? What's going on with Hinge?
Well, I mean, that's
Yeah,
where
let's go ahead and hear it.
No, we'll wait till later.
Oh,
let's,
okay.
let's get into some sports.
All right. Oh,
All
yeah, that's
right,
right.
let's get into some sports. Let's hear that whistle. And it's time for the 2-minute drill. And Jeff, are you going to take away who it's brought by?
Brought by Joe Applewhite. Sorry, I was chugging my Red Bulls. And by the way,
Drink.
Lauren's on 2, so we're going to see how this show
Yeah,
goes.
this is going to be so much fun. 2-minute drill. We're going to make it as quick as possible. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so 2-minute
go
drill
too
brought to you
quick.
by Joe Applewhite and Applewhite Realty. 713-291-5270, making the impossible possible. If you're looking to make a move in Houston, Dallas, Austin, San Antonio, wherever, this is the guy to call. In fact, he was probably responsible for Lauren missing the show last week. So, it is what it is. She
What?
moved.
Wait, oh, yes, I did. But I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I
Did he
haven't
help
seen
you?
Joe in weeks.
Did Joe
no.
help
Yeah, did Joe help you
No,
move?
Joe didn't help me.
What did you mention Sports with Balls?
Sports of balls.
No, she didn't.
Is it too late?
obviously,
If you
'cause
mentioned-
Joe would've helped.
Is it too late?
If you mention Sports with Balls with Joe Applewhite, he's going to help you move, man. Literally, might come to your house and help you.
Please, Joe, please, because I do not have movers. So it's been like one load after the other, after the other. Blech. It goes on for too long. But away from all of that noise, let's get into the 2-minute drill.
By the way,
that we were
Rudy
talking
said
about.
it's not bragging when you have the game.
Oh God.
Well, the thing is,
That's
Rudy.
what we need is just fan club.
The thing is, Rudy was there
Comment.
too.
Yeah.
That's why he's
I
got to
got
back
you.
it up.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, Rudy, we see you.
Thank you, Rudy.
President
we'll
of the Jeff
start
Michael
out-
fan club.
We'll start out the 2-minute drills with the latest news that broke literally on the way to the show that
Yep.
Antonio Brown is being looked at the Buccaneers and also the Seattle Seahawks. He is in huge urgency for both of these teams, and it looks like they're trying to get a deal done in Tampa Bay. And my question is, he's a 7-time Pro Bowler. We know what he can do on the field. He can put the ball in his hands, bring it into the end zone. But why the urgency now? Why the urgency on the Bucs when you've got Chris Godwin? I know he's been healthy. He's switched to unhealthy and questionable at times. You got Mike Evans. But what's the urgency to have him on your team now?
This is all Tom Brady. 100% all Tom Brady. He was trying to bring him in when he got hurt. He played for the Patriots for two games before not he got hurt, but got in all that trouble.
Yeah.
Tom Brady believes in Antonio Brown. The Seahawks are out of the conversation. They went ahead and said they're done. They don't want anything to do with it, and he will be signing with Tampa. We'll find out tonight.
I was surprised he didn't do Seahawks just because I know him and Russell Wilson did a lot of practice over the offseason together.
Running routes.
And, I feel like Russell Wilson would have been a good guy, especially Pete Carroll too, to bring in Antonio Brown and kind of set him straight,
Feeling with Brady, too. It's somebody he respects or whatever.
Yeah.
And this is going to be a really short term and a really, really low contract, almost like the Cam Newton type deal.
So you think it's just through the rest of the season, that's it?
Yeah, this is going to be a short contract, and this is going to be, to see where he's at. And he's going to have restrictions. I doubt they're going to allow him to use social media, stuff like that. And it's going to be a small contract. It's sort of like the Cam Newton deal, like prove yourself first, and then we'll go on from there. Maybe it is incentive laced. I don't know. We'll find out.
It's going to be interesting too. As I said, what is he going to bring to the table? What are we really going to see? Are we really going to see him light up the field in Tampa Bay as we saw the Buccaneers?
Tom Brady throw that far?
Well, I was going to say the Buccaneers completely took out the Packers, holding them to 10. And so I'm just curious to see how he's going to elevate their level of play.
Me too.
Now, some other news from someone coming into the NFL and being reinstated, and somebody who has been out of the side of the NFL for quite some time. Ex-49er Dana Stubblefield sentenced to 15 years to life for rape of a woman with disability.
This is crazy story.
He was babysitting on the job in San Jose, California, and that's whenever he was caught. She had a gun. And it was messy, guys. I mean, you look
Dana
at him.
Stubblefield was a beast.
Oh, he was great.
He was unbelievable for the 49ers. I remember. I mean, dude, he was awesome. And man, what a fall from grace right there.
Damn.
Wow. F you, Dana Stubblefield. That's just you get what you deserve on that one, bro.
It's crazy that we talk about AB and all of his problems, and now we move to this.
Yeah, at least he's not doing that.
Stay straight.
Yes.
Please. Get your minds right,
that's
people.
the lowest of low right there.
Yeah,
you're
down in it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Stubblefield was 11 years in the NFL and also was the defensive player of his rookie year in '93. Anyways, we'll move on to someone Jeff Michael is super excited about. So Tiger Woods is currently at the Zozo Championship. He's defending his title as he won last season.
Yeah.
What's going on, Jeff?
Tiger is back on television, man. I was talking to somebody on the phone yesterday, and I was pissed because they didn't start the coverage till 4 p.m. and it was like you only got to see 2 holes of Tiger Woods, And I understand you play at night, you play in the afternoon one day, and you play in the morning the next day, and then you see if you make the cut and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But Tiger Woods is back, and look, he's playing absolutely terrible right now. But Tiger Woods needs to keep playing golf. Like he always tries to just jump in these tournaments and play. And I think he's 5th from last right now.
Jeez.
I mean, he's 15 shots off the lead. But this is warm up to the Masters.
Oh,
this is him just getting a couple of tournaments in.
That's getting close.
The Masters is November 9th through the 15th. That's Masters week. They're still sticking with the no fans thing. So, but yeah, just seeing Tiger Woods on TV for me is awesome. I hate seeing him play bad, but I love Tiger Woods, and he's back on television, so that's fine with me. But the Masters is November 9th through the 15th, so he's just tuning up for that.
And you talked about you haven't golfed in the past 2 weeks.
I know, Johnny, we got to go.
So now it's okay because you got Woods to watch.
Yeah,
that's very true.
Right?
I got my golf fix.
You can play through Tiger Woods.
Yeah,
I can. I even downloaded the PGA Tour thing on my phone and paid the $9.99 so I could watch the morning round.
Okay.
I mean,
there we are.
Hey,
but at this point now, it's a write-off. So
you get stoked about Tiger, man.
This is studying.
This is studying.
Okay, so next we'll go to on Sunday the Tampa Bay Bucks versus the Las Vegas Raiders. They moved their game to 3:05 Central Time, which was originally at 7:20 Central. And so the game was moved out of abundance of caution to ensure that a game would be available for fans Sunday Night Football in case there was that empty time slot. I don't know, kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's weird the way they're changing the
so
schedule
weird
around.
to me.
It's hard to keep up with who's playing at what time and
Tuesday Night Football we saw a couple
Tuesday
weeks
night,
ago.
And it's affecting our damn show, and that's pissing me off. Like,
It does.
Get your legs right.
I can't make schedules for the show or nothing now. They're just changing everything up. It's completely like, especially fantasy football. People are tripping out,
Yeah.
and I'm a manager of 2 different leagues. So
Yeah.
man, talk about people getting pissed off.
You
But
gotta roll
another-
with the punches.
Another thing with this COVID-19 stuff is just so awkward. Okay, Emmanuel Sanders is out for the Saints
Yeah.
this week on COVID-19,
Yeah.
but he's practicing, no mask on, helmet, everything. He's practicing with the Saints. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The uniformity of this rule is very strange.
It is, I don't know what is going on.
The rules keep changing.
And I
And they're
told y'all
different with each league.
last week, Nick Saban got COVID on like a Monday or Tuesday. 2 days later, he had to test positive 3 days in a row. So he tested Thursday, Friday, Saturday morning, all positive. And he's coaching
Yeah.
5 days after they said he had COVID.
Right.
You talk about that, and then
What?
right.
Yeah.
And then Cam Newton's out for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Just this whole thing, man.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, and you look at MLB too, and all of their like games that got canceled throughout the season, and they didn't get to make them up, and
Yeah.
just crazy.
Well,
Just
and then you had
crazy.
Dwayne Haskins, quarterback or
Yeah.
ex-quarterback. He got fined for breaking protocol.
Well, he got one of his family members a hotel room in their hotel, which is breaking the rules, and he got fined like a little bit over $4,000.
But Emmanuel Sanders can go to practice.
Yeah,
though.
that's what I'm saying.
It's weird,
Did you
yeah.
hear about Dwayne Haskins, about the reason he's not starting?
No.
Tell us.
His weight. They're saying he's like
His
I forgot.
weight?
Yeah, they're saying he's gained like 20 to 30 pounds. Like he's just a
Hey.
heavy dude now.
When you get money,
Yeah.
when you get when
I
you get
guess
money,
so.
food is very
They're-
available.
So the comparison is they're comparing him to like DeMarcus Russell. Remember him?
oh yeah.
Yeah, they're saying it's something like that.
Wow.
And that is, I was like, whoa.
You do not want to be compared to that dude.
No, that's the wrong comparison.
If you're a quarterback, you
Yeah,
do not want to be
exactly.
compared to that guy.
So now we switch on over from our like 10-minute drill,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, for real.
We go back to last night before we move forward. So Thursday night football, a big one in the NFC East, which I don't really know what is going on with this division in general. But the Eagles took it 22.
It's very competitive.
Sure.
If you're bad, if you're a bad team.
Super competitive.
Yeah.
I mean, Eagles, Cowboys, I don't know. So each team had 13 drives last night. The Giants had plenty of penalties late in the game defensively. And the Giants, they blew the 12-point lead that they had. With 6 minutes left, just leaving the victory to the Eagles. You saw that whenever they put 12 points on the board in the fourth quarter.
That's
Carson
not what
wins.
everybody's talking about.
No.
So everybody's talking about, one, the mistake Danny Dimes made when he tried to run in
Yep.
that end zone and just, I feel so bad. I know Johnny just too because he's a Giants fan.
Oh yeah.
Stumbled over his foot.
Johnny, you're still
footwork, the
in
footwork.
like one game back in first place. You're
Yeah,
good to go.
you're still in it, dude. You're still in it. That's what's freaking crazy about all of it. But yeah, that game, man, I tell you what, I felt so bad for him because that's what it's kind of like the butt fumble for Sanchez.
Yeah.
Like that's what you're going to be thought unless you do something just consistently stellar. Like that's what he's going to be thought of.
Daniel Jones.
Well, the
Yes,
thing is-
Daniel
and the
Jones.
thing
And
is-
he ran 90 yards.
Yes.
Did not score and fell on his own.
Yes.
Since last season, he surprised people, and he got the name Danny Dimes, and now this.
Did you see? Okay, so he was clocked at 21.7 miles an hour running, right? He's the fastest NFL running back or NFL quarterback that they have clocked. Faster than Lamar Jackson, faster than he's the top. He has number one on the fastest speed.
Jeez.
Lamar Jackson,
Maybe
I
that's why he
believe,
tripped
hit
over.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson, I believe, hit 20.7.
Yeah, it was
last
like
week.
20
Yeah.
point something. Yeah, and Daniel Jones was faster than him
Daniel Jones was the leading rusher for both teams last night. Had 92 yards.
on 4 carries.
Wow.
This game
he could have had 110.
This game, actually, if you look at this game, this is what represents the NFC East.
Yeah, well, that's what I
I
said.
mean, to a T.
That is exactly.
Everything.
I mean,
Yeah?
it couldn't happen to a different division other than that. Like a quarterback on a run trips over the 20-yard line. Like it's crazy.
Yo, listen,
It's nuts.
Real quick, I'm watching the TV up here at we're at Christian's Tailgate on Kirby. It says number 9 Cincinnati at number 16 SMU. I would think that I'm looking back in time if I'm staring at this.
Yes.
Number
SMU.
9 Cincinnati at
Hey,
number
SMU's playing
16
well.
SMU.
SMU's
SMU
playing
finally
well.
got back from that suspension. They got the death penalty that
Oh, they
killed
got
them,
the- whoa.
and they're finally playing it. And they got UT. What's his name? The quarterback that transferred.
Shane Buechele.
Shen Buechele. Yeah. So I mean, it's just funny to sit there and watch that. Sorry.
Hey, sorry, Rudy commented and said then he blew a tire. Did you blow out a tire or something on the bus?
No, I think he's talking a think he's talking about.
Oh, he's talking about
Daniel
Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
I thought we were going back to whenever y'all played overseas.
Oh no, we could go back there though. No, I'm just kidding.
Jones. Yeah. I'm
we'll
sure.
get there in a little bit.
Hey, they just broke it on TV. He signed the deal.
He did sign the deal.
Antonio
I wonder what
Brown.
it's for.
Antonio
Let's look
Brown
into
signed
that.
it.
We'll try to get that for you before we get out of here, guys.
Yeah.
Next, we move on to some MLB after just last night. I say, what can we learn from the Giants and what can we learn from the Eagles? Like you said, these two just describes the division.
Yes.
So, anyways.
Eagles are tied for the division at 2-4-1. In fact, they're leading the division on percentage-wise, but
Correct,
they're tied
'cause
with
of the tie.
But they're tied with Dallas at 2-4.
Yeah.
All right, so we move on to some MLB. The Dodgers versus the Tampa Bay Rays. So they're in Game 3 tonight. Starts here in a little bit at 7 p.m. The series is tied 1-1. Dodgers took in the first game 8-3, and then Rays won it last night 6-4. Blake Snell was on the mound. So
2 nights ago.
was it 2 nights ago?
Yeah,
Yeah, and
Or was it last
I'm
night?
going to bring this up. The reason I say that is why do they get a day off? Why did the MLB do that? It's been nothing but nonstop
Yeah,
every single
it's
day.
weird.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden they're like, we'll just give them. They're not traveling.
Yeah, just
They're
give
in
him a break.
Arlington. They're like, give them a break. Like,
Just give him a break.
Anyway, that bugs me. But it's the lowest rated World Series in the history of the game, even lower than the Astros Nationals.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, unless you were in Houston, you weren't watching
And
that
why
game.
do you think that is?
I mean, nobody's watching the Rays, and lots of people hate the Dodgers. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're not from LA, you really don't like the Dodgers. And baseball is sort of once all the main teams got out. Exactly.
Yeah.
Once all the main teams got out, people that hated Houston, you can knock Houston all you want, but people hate any team that's hated. People watch. The Yankees are gone.
Golden
the
State
Astros are
Warriors.
gone. Yeah, there's a lot of teams that just aren't in it anymore, and it's boring. So, but.
But so is the NBA Finals. The NBA Finals is
That's why
lowest
it's the
rated
lowest
ever.
rated, yeah.
I mean, it's just everything except for the NFL. I mean, NFL's losing some numbers.
Yeah, they're
though.
losing
they're
some
not as
There's no crowd.
high as it used to be.
So, guys, I saw this that winning Game 3, which is tonight, whoever wins it, it's this crazy stat that
Yep.
they will go on to win the World Series, and it's like 65 out of 94 times that this has happened. If you
Wow.
win Game 3, you will win the World Series. And then also something that's crazy is that the Rays they're the biggest payroll underdogs in World Series history.
Well, I mean, obviously the Rays, they don't have a big payroll. That's like one of their whole deals is that they do have a small payroll and they keep getting real far. I mean, on their pitching, and I've mentioned this on our little updates on iVox News.
Check
They're-
us out,
they're-
iVoxNews.com.
There you go. This is an incredible coaching and an incredible strategy. I've never seen this before. But the Rays are rope-a-doping the Los Angeles Dodgers.
What do you mean by that?
By Game 5, the Los Angeles Dodgers pitchers will be gone. They will be worn out. And the only starting tonight, they're starting Buehler versus Morton, which is he might be out of there by game. Their bullpen is going to be waxed.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not even going to have any arms left. It's going to be wild to watch that, and the Rays are doing it on purpose the way it's set up for them, because the Rays, they can throw out 10 different pitchers at you at any given time.
Well, the Rays, to your point, the Rays kind of went out of their game plan in Game 1.
Yes,
When
exactly.
he pitched, 118?
112 pitches.
112
Never
pitches.
done that.
No Rays pitcher had done that all season. So, to your point, kind of saving that,
Exactly.
you may have it to where it'll be interesting tonight. Charlie Morton, 0.57 ERA in the playoffs so far. It's 3-0 in the playoffs. Actually, the last time we've seen him pitch in a World Series, Game 7 against the Dodgers,
Yep.
2017. So, I mean, he's definitely got their number
Oh,
for sure.
just dagger to my heart, Grant, being an Astros fan here in Houston.
Yes.
I know I hated whenever Charlie Morton left the Astros.
And just so y'all know, to give you an idea on the payroll for this year, of course, this is condensed just because of the games played, but LA Dodgers have the second highest payroll at 107 million.
First is Yankees.
First is Yankees. Tampa Bay Rays are 28th at 28 million.
Wow.
Payroll
That's-
on what?
For the team,
For the
team
team.
payroll.
Oh, I thought Astros had number one payroll.
No, number one payroll for this season was Yankees. Astros were fourth. But you have 107
And you have
compared to
Verlander and
28.
Greinke.
That's crazy. I mean, that's nuts.
Tonight's
crazy.
game.
Tonight's
I'm
game.
going with Tampa Bay. I'm going with Tampa Bay, and they're
So
starting.
you think they're going to win it all, basically?
I think Tampa Bay will. Yeah, I think they're doing an incredible strategy. I think you're going to find out by game 5, 6 that LA's like, we have no pitchers left, like zero. Their arms are just going to be what? They're just going to be throwing 89-mile-an-hour heaters down the middle because their arms are jello.
Well, we'll see how Buehler does. Buehler is second in the playoffs so far with 29 strikeouts, so he's pitching the ball well. He's 1-0. 1.87 ERA, Buehler is. So, I mean, he's a good pitcher. But like you said, depending upon how far he goes, how much they're going to use that bullpen.
What if he gets started hitting? I mean, if he's getting hurt, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if he can't go past 3 or 4, they might just leave him in, even though he's getting killed, because they're like, damn it, we have nobody to put in.
Right.
And if they put in somebody today, they can't use them tomorrow. I mean, it's an interesting strategy by Tampa Bay, and they did it the first game. They set this up perfectly.
Yeah.
So we'll see how
Kevin
it goes.
Cash, are you a genius?
Yeah, he might be.
All right, and so I know home field advantage doesn't really mean anything, especially when it's in Arlington.
Yeah.
And it didn't mean anything last year for the Astros and the Nationals because nobody could win on their home turf. But that being said, Dodgers were the home team for games 1 and 2. Rays will be the home team for games 3 through 5. Now,
it's funny that they still do it, even though, because normally they do it like that where they say 2 here, 3 there
2, 3,
to
2.
limit
Right.
the traveling.
Yeah.
They're not traveling, so
Yeah.
it doesn't really.
I don't know. Yeah,
And
it
the
doesn't
day
really
off.
matter.
I
The
don't know
day
why they
off,
gave him
like
the
you
day.
said.
Yeah, why?
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter.
And if you're baseball, you should be like, hurry up, let's get this all over with. Let's go.
Well, hey guys, we got to thank some people for making all of this happen. We want to thank Hybrid Technologies Group and Roy Stanton. You give them a call when it comes to reliability. They got what you need, whether it's phone, cable services, surveillance cameras, cloud services. Ooh, I may be hitting you up, Roy. Call them at 832-336-1201. That is 832-336-1201 at Hybrid Technologies Group. Mention Sports with Balls, and you will get a discount on any of these services.
That was a terrific fake laugh you did just a while ago.
I know.
Was it a fake laugh?
And
yeah,
she didn't
it was
do
a
the
fake laugh. Yeah.
Was it a fake laugh?
Whoa, Jeff had done something.
I
You're
was just like, I may be calling you right now because it was kind of like a nervous, like, I kind of need you right now.
Oh, okay. No, it was whenever
But
Jeff
thanks
said
for
whatever
calling
he
me
said.
out. I appreciate it.
No, it's when Jeff said whatever he said. That was a really good fake laugh.
Grant loves to call us out.
It's
I'm like,
fun.
thanks
I like
for
it. I'm an
calling me
observer.
out.
Yes.
Wait till we
On
get
my
to
little
the
nervous
Jeff
little-
5.
Yeah, the Jeff 5. That'll be awesome. We also want to thank Construction Concepts.
Do we?
They help us a lot. Yes,
Yes.
we do. I'll say it in my very, jazz radio voice.
Okay.
.com.
It is
Construction
smooth jazz.
Concepts. Yeah. Oh, this beer is getting to me. Construction Concepts is changing corporate culture one design at a time, from hospitality, corporate, luxury, retail, and medical facilities. Their team of experts can update or create a space that exceeds your expectations. Give them a call at 713-589-2682 or buildithouston.com.
There he goes.
Oh.
All right. Well,
Thank you.
did you
Thank you
approve?
very
I don't know
much.
if you heard my laugh. Did you even approve of that? Was that real?
It sounded. I'll let you know if it's not.
It was real. Okay.
Yeah, that's true. He will let us know.
All right. The Jeff Fab, the Jeff Fab.
Jeff 5. No,
What
we
are
get to that at
doing?
the end. We gotta
What-
make people
Oh,
gotta
he wants
wait
to-
for
He
that.
wants to save it for the end.
Ah, all right.
I hope
people.
it's worth it. I
hope
hope
it
it's
is
worth it because
too.
you're building this thing up. I hope to God it's worth it.
I'm not saying anything. You just always
You're
make
making it
fun
a big deal, bro.
No, but Grant's always like, oh, let's wait 5 minutes so we can talk about Jeff for a little bit. So I'm like, well, you know what? We'll do it.
We are gonna do it.
You're gonna let
I'm
me do it, then we'll do it.
Yeah.
That's
You wanna
good. I
do it?
like that
we,
idea.
We got some.
I like to hear about Jeff.
dating stuff. We got some basketball stuff. Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
Oh, man.
Oh, it's gonna be a dating stuff.
Dating stuff.
Yes,
No
Jeff.
basketball.
Somebody just hit me up on one of them.
See,
There we go.
see,
Boom, boom.
she's excited
Halloween
now.
is next week.
She's excited now.
I don't have it. Yeah. Okay, NFL, y'all want to talk some football?
Let's do it. So
Everybody's
Sunday,
favorite.
we got your Sunday ticket right here on Sports with Balls. Always follow us for your daily updates.
Yes.
Here on social media, we got Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We'll be on Twitch here very, very, very soon. And of course, iVox Media. That is where you can catch us all of our daily updates. Giving you the latest.
iVoxnews.com, iVoxTV.com.
Yep, that is us. That is us. So we'll start it out with the Bucks versus the Raiders, which will be very interesting. As we know, Antonio Brown is now in that lineup, which I don't think he will be playing this Sunday.
No.
No, he's got to go through COVID.
Yeah, he's got to do all of that
testing.
testing and whatnot.
That
so
could be one day. It could be 17 days. You don't know with the NFL.
Yeah, that's weird.
So the Bucks are coming off their 3 straight primetime games, and that's kind of crazy. They're standing at 3-1, while the Raiders are 2-2. So the Bucks are first in the NFC South, And Tom Brady went off last week against Rodgers. They held the Packers to only 10 points. We asked earlier, and you asked this about COVID in general. Is there any faith for John Gruden and the Raiders?
Yeah, of course. This will all be blown over. Look, the NFL is going to do whatever it can for ratings and numbers, but not to keep.
Wait, Johnny, are you a Raiders fan?
No.
Oh, I heard a yeah.
Oh, he's trying to. Okay.
He's like, no,
He's trying
no,
to hype
no.
it up. He's trying to hype it up. Yeah.
We need a hype man. What if we had one of those?
He's doing a good
yeah.
job.
Hype man just kind of running around.
Just echo what we say.
Yeah. The Raiders.
.com.
Yeah.
Honestly, I had the Raiders in this game. Look, they've already beaten the Saints, and they've already beaten
Chiefs.
the Chiefs, with Patrick Mahomes.
Yep.
I think the Raiders, and I told you this before, they got a team, and I love Josh Jacobs. And it all boils down to how much you believe in Derek Carr. And I love this kid. He's ranked number 12 among active quarterbacks in every major poll. I mean, his completions, I think there's something like, since Gruden took over, there's something like 36 and 9. He's throwing, he's over 70% completion rate and has a passer rating of like 107. The kid is good.
He is. I looked this up. I was surprised to see that. Kind of go to what you're talking about. He's first in completion percentage in the NFL. Like you said,
wow.
73.1%. Second in the NFL in the interception percentage. So just as far as his passes that he throws,
That's what I meant was TD to
correct.
interception, 63-9, I think something.
And then, like you said, he's second in the NFL in quarterback rating at 115.90. So, Derek Carr is balling this year.
Yeah.
Derek Carr is balling.
And they got a hell of a running back. And if you have those two combinations, there you go. It's going to be it's going to be pretty simple.
So you're saying that the Raiders are going to run the ball a lot. So what's the pass rush looking like for the Bucs?
The Bucs have a good defense. They
have a great defense.
Yeah, they're if you look at their numbers,
But you're standing
they're
against
top
that.
3. But no, I just think they're going to run the ball, and they've already beaten these two. They're not afraid.
No.
And John Gruden has got this team believing.
Yeah.
This is actually a pretty big game for the Bucs because they're coming off that comeback win with Brady, and they got in the Antonio Brown thing circling around them. So we'll see. I'm sure Brady can calm them down. But the surprise for me on the Bucs is Ronald Jones, the running back.
Yeah.
He's just out of nowhere, and he's running the ball really, really good.
Yeah.
So I'm taking Raiders. I don't know the line. You got the line on that one?
I do. So you got Buccaneers minus 3.5 in Las Vegas.
See, I'll take the points too. I'm going to take Raiders plus
take
the
the Raiders.
3.5 probably.
Well, yeah, to go back to what you're talking about. So just to give you an idea of this Buccaneers defense, and they've played Drew Brees, they've played Aaron Rodgers, they have played some really good quarterbacks. They are best in the NFL in defense in 6 defensive categories: total yards, yards allowed per game, total rushing yards allowed, yards per offensive play, and highest points contributed by the defense.
Wow.
Damn.
The Buccaneers are solid on defense.
Watching that game last week with Aaron Rodgers, they destroyed them.
Yes.
Only held him to 10 points, and Rodgers was frustrated. He's yelling at people, spitting on people. Dude.
He looked less than average against the Buccaneers.
He was shook up for sure.
We're going to find out. It's what time is that? Is that an early game or late game?
I think they changed it to 3, correct?
Oh, that's right. They moved it.
3:25.
They moved the game. That's correct. They moved it from morning to afternoon.
See, all of these moves,
They're just playing.
Yeah.
It doesn't even matter. They're playing on Sunday.
They're playing.
I'm actually gonna go Tampa Bay minus the 3.5.
Okay.
And we all know how Grant's picks have been, so you know what to do, guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna go minus 3.5. Correct. You can do that. You can listen to this funny guy over here.
So he wants to
and do
Raiders.
that. But
we
we'll
got
find out.
Bucs.
We'll find out and see. I just think the Buccaneers defense is better than the Raiders offense. Buccaneers have a stout defense.
Yes, they do.
Speaking of Tampa Bay, can anyone just acknowledge this? I noticed when the Astros were playing the Rays too as well, Gronk is sitting there in a cutout the entire time right behind home plate. Did
Yeah.
anybody else notice that?
I didn't notice
I
that.
did not.
No?
I didn't see that.
It's so fun. Like all of their playoffs.
I didn't see that.
Rob Gronkowski has been behind home plate.
Antonio
Anyways,
Brown can play week 9.
Week 9.
Is that what it just said?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. We will expect to see him.
Wow. But yeah, so they
3
signed him
weeks.
to a 1-year deal. Antonio Brown. They haven't given any numbers for that
Not
yet.
to say what's the incentives
They haven't
and
given
all
any
that.
numbers. Buccaneers have about $5 million in cap space, so I'm sure they're going to do something to put them under that.
And all the offensive line for the Raiders are back except for Brown. So there you go.
Okay.
Yes, correct. Yeah, they're all good there.
All right, we will move on to the 49ers versus the Patriots. Last week, the 49ers lit it up, and Jimmy Garoppolo was unfazed by his right ankle injury. I don't know if you paid attention or close attention to that, but he lifted it up as he was doing all of those passes. So the Pats have turned over the ball 7 times in their last 2 games. Both losses the last 2 games, by the way. They're ranked 27th, yikes, in passing. Newton was sacked 4 times, threw 2 picks for 157 yards. His first game back after being tested positive for COVID, which they lost at home last week. Like I said, back-to-back losses against the Broncos, 18-12, which just is a very weird score.
That badass Broncos team.
Hey, their defense is good. Broncos' defense is good.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, again, I don't believe in Cam Newton and Pace. I want them to put in Stidham, which somehow they still have.
Oh my gosh, Jeff. You.
She doesn't like that. We're going to find out why.
Why? Does he not have a mustache?
No.
No, listen, that has nothing to do with that. This has to do with...
This is Lauren Leal on 2 Red Bulls. This is what you get.
She got real animated.
Yeah.
So let's hear it.
I got scoot over.
Yeah,
Well,
watch
here's
out.
the deal here, Jeff. You did not... You said Stidham, no. They are stupid to not start Cam. They're going to have Cam.
I was the opposite. I like Stidham.
No. Before the season started, you said that Newton was going to be in.
No
matter what. Why would you bring Cam Newton to the
you,
Patriots if Bill Belichick is not going to put him in?
No, I said that they're going to have a quarterback duel, and I said I like Stidham. They're high on Stidham, and I didn't want Cam Newton. I didn't know if he was even going to start the season.
Do you recall this?
I don't,
rant?
but I'll say this, though.
Because we talked about Stidham or Newton
like
for a couple
Stidham.
Why
weeks.
all of a sudden is everybody? Why are you suddenly you think Stidham is the guy? Like, what have you seen from Stidham that you think
He's just
that guy can?
He was underneath Brady for a little bit. He knows
Correct.
the system way better than Cam Newton.
Okay.
Cam Newton's just cocky.
Ron
It's
Mallett was under
just, it'd
Tom.
be a personal issue I have with Cam. I just don't
You don't like
his
all of his off the
brazenness.
field, like,
Yeah, he
He
social
doesn't like
media
his
stuff.
bits. You don't like his bits and his
And
Mary
I
Poppins
do,
outfits.
but whatever.
Yeah.
There's a dad bod.
Oh, we're gonna change subject. Okay.
You see-
What are you talking about?
Yeah, he's looking outside the way.
Are you looking in the mirror?
No,
No,
I'm
he's,
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
Bada bing.
wow.
I was like, I know he's not talking about
She just
Cam Newton.
dropped
We've
the-
seen how ripped he is.
She just dropped the
Drop
mic.
the
I'm
dad
just
bod.
kidding.
Dropped the mic. Wow.
Fine, I love Cam Newton.
I know. She's sticking up for Cam, man. You better watch out. That was good. I like that. That was real good.
So what are we looking to learn from the Patriots, and do we think the 49ers, it's going to be a solid win for them? Why or why not?
Well, the thing I'm going to be curious to see, now you've got the New England Patriots at a 2-game losing streak. It's very rare that I haven't seen the number of it, but I'm sure it's very rare that he loses 3 games in a row in his coaching career.
That's so weird.
Yeah, I'll give them credit. I will give them a pass just based on the simple fact of they've been going through all that COVID stuff. Cam not practicing very much, not playing. I'm going to give them a little bit of leeway in how they've been playing the last couple games. But I can tell you what, kind of what you're talking about earlier, New England is terrible offensively. They're terrible.
They are.
They're in the bottom
There's no
3.
targets for Newton to throw to.
Like you said, they're bottom 3 in passing yards this season through 5 games. Only the Jets and Broncos are worse than
Ooh.
they are.
Yeah, I mean,
That tells you right there. They're dead last in passing touchdowns. They rank 26th in passing yards per game. Their percentage of drives that they end in a turnover are the second in the NFL. I mean, it's not good offensively. It's just not.
and they're going up against a hell of a defense.
Yes.
San Francisco's top 3 defense in the NFL
Yes.
numbers wise. I mean, they're awesome.
They dropped off at the beginning of the season, I will say, though.
Yeah.
Last season, they were like number 1.
well, they
getting-
lost Bosa. I
Yeah.
mean, that's a huge
Yeah.
loss.
Yeah.
That's a huge loss.
They're rounding into form. The defense is, and look, they lost Garoppolo for a game, and then he got pulled the next game because he was still lingering. But listen, if San Francisco's on fire, New England's in trouble, and this is a pivot for New England.
Yeah.
If they lose this one, they're in trouble.
Yeah,
Well-
exactly. They haven't lost back-to-back games since 2008.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be in the AFC East. They still have an opportunity. I mean, Buffalo's proven that they're not head and shoulders above everybody else. They're struggling. So New England has an opportunity to get, because they're kind of out of it right now. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Cam does now that he's had a full week of practice, that they're on this 2-game losing streak. Belichick's going to tighten everything up. So the way that they have it, it's in New England. It's New England half is the spread on that. So I'm assuming you're going to go San Francisco with the points.
Well, yeah, you
2.5.
always take a good team with points, and that's very rare that you get that. So anytime you got a team that's good and you're getting the points, I go that. And maybe it's New England minus 2.5 because of that streak that Bill Belichick. There might be something to that where he hasn't lost 3 games in a row since whenever.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
So
And that's only 2 back-to-back home losses.
yeah, I mean 3
Yeah.
would be detrimental,
yeah,
so that would be
for sure.
hard. And maybe they're thinking Cam's going to play better, but yeah, I'm taking San Francisco. Anytime you give me San Francisco the points, especially against a team that's either 500 or under, I'm going.
I gotta ask you, would you take them if they were playing the Chiefs?
No, the spread would be way different.
Yeah.
And that's the Chiefs. Like if you were giving me points, there's another game this weekend where the team that has the better record gets points. I forgot who it was, but yeah, I mean,
So you think San Francisco's a better team than New England?
yes,
Basically.
Based on what?
based on what's the record between both of them right now? I don't have it in front of me.
Well, I know New England is. I think New England is 2-3. I think right now, or 3-2. I'd have to pull that up. My bad. I should know that.
Yeah, so Bucks are wait, sorry. what am I
Yeah,
talking
you're looking at the wrong one. Yeah.
Um,
I just asked that because I don't think as a team San Francisco's a better team than New England. I just don't.
I do. I mean, they went to the Super Bowl last year, and yeah, they've lost Bosa and another key player, but that's it. Like, I know Mostert's out. I know Mostert's out for this one, so that
Yes.
hurts. But McKinnon's
Yeah.
not that bad. I mean,
San Francisco's tied at 3-3, while Pats are 2-3.
yeah, you're taking the better
So-
team with the points. I mean, that's almost a guaranteed. Almost anytime you get that, when you have a better team with the points, that's a rule. You take that.
Now, we talked about this before the season started as far as Bill Belichick and not
I know.
having Tom Brady.
I said Belichick would be better.
Well, no, what I'm saying is we talked about tanking. And you said, Bill Belichick would never do that.
I don't think so.
And then do you think that he would still?
No. I mean, and Cam would never tank. I don't think they'll allow that. And plus, nobody's tanking worse than the Jets, so you're screwed.
Well, yeah. Well, that's it. Absolutely.
That's
a great point.
given.
That's
like,
a great
so
point.
you're
That
not
is
beating
a
them to the
given.
number 1 pick. The Jets
Yeah.
will have Trevor Lawrence. You can forget about
So
it.
you're taking 49ers. You said you're taking.
I'm going to take New England minus 2.5, and of course, as Jeff
Okay.
said, I don't know what I'm talking about, so don't listen to me.
We'll see how it all plays out on Sunday. And of course, we'll be giving you the latest updates too. Always check iVoxNews.com. I wish I could say it like Grant, but I can't. Well,
Nope.
like I said, latest updates. I
Yep.
know.
Yeah, Grant will have his up. I have mine up. We'll have videos
Yeah.
up there of it. And then, I'll laugh on Sundays.
You'll laugh? What
well,
do you mean?
usually I just
Yeah,
text message Grant and be like, good job.
Yeah. Yeah, he thinks he's a funny
Well,
guy.
I think it's about time. I mean, I want to laugh. What's going on, Jeff, over there?
Well, first of all, I know when I leave here, I've got to go straight to the gym. So that's a given.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. So
I mean, she's just giving you a suggestion, man. That's
yeah,
all.
I know.
But it was
It's
all just
constructive
Yeah,
criticism.
constructive
It
criticism.
was a
yeah.
joke. It was a joke, guys.
She just cares.
No,
She
my
just cares.
hinge hasn't gone off so far. I did actually meet somebody from Hinge, not in person yet, but it's a girl that I used to date a while back. It was pretty interesting how we found each other on Hinge,
I was gonna say, so you didn't meet her on Hinge. You like rekindled, the
reconnected
flame.
on Hinge. Yes.
Reconnected.
How long ago was this?
Like 3-4 days ago.
No. How long ago
No.
was she your
Oh,
ex?
when we
Originally
dated?
met.
Oh man, 5 years ago, 6
Oh,
years
wow.
ago.
Whoa.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
lives up in Austin. Beautiful girl.
Circling back.
The reason I say that, if she walks in here one day, you guys will be like, "Oh, that's her."
Hey, you're the Hinge girl.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure.
I bet she'll be proud of
She'll
that.
appreciate that.
Yeah. Yeah, he told us all about you on a show.
But I did get a ding at the very beginning of the show. I don't know who it is. Let me check.
Oh, I hope it's you.
Checking Hinge while he's doing the show.
let
How
me see-
about
let me
that?
see
There
who
we
hit us up.
go.
Let me see.
Yes.
Well, is this part of the Jeff 5?
Yeah, Jeff 5.
is
Let's
the
talk
Jeff
about
5.
it. Yeah.
All right.
Charlie said, "Hey, what's up?" Her actual words were, "Hey, what's up?" I guess we connected.
I love the name Charlie for a girl.
That's great. This is great. I love hearing about your dating life.
Let's keep
This is
going. Let's keep
fantastic.
going.
Jeff's-
Have y'all been?
Jeff's dating
But you
life.
haven't seen each other since you've reconnected, right?
No, we haven't. We're both super excited.
So when did you break up?
Oh God.
Yes. Tell us more.
We'll bring her on the show one time.
That'll be fantastic.
We'll see what
I love
happens.
that.
She's coming from Austin.
Yeah, she lives in Austin.
Coming to Houston.
Yeah, one of
See
these
the
days.
Jeffrey Michaels.
Yeah, we're gonna have to hear about that.
Oh, I'm sure you will, and I'm sure I'll get, there'll be pictures, and, we'll post it up on the 2-minute drill. It should be fun.
Now, does she do
That'd be
any?
great.
Does she do any sports? Can she relate to anything that you talk
She-
about? You watch.
She was roller skating the other night. I saw that, so that's interesting.
Oh, is she part of a roller derby league or anything?
I don't think a roller derby.
Okay.
She's
I mean,
not
roller
doing
derby's big in Austin.
They are big and like.
Yeah.
Maybe she should. I'll tell her to do that. But yeah, she can relate. She likes the sports.
Nice.
The sports.
She likes the sports.
She likes the sports.
You know, it's awesome. Like Sundays are my work day. I'm like, listen, I can't do anything on Sunday. I gotta watch sports all day.
I know.
I love it.
That's
Sports
good.
all day.
I like that.
mean, it kind of works out in my favor. but-
Yeah, I like that.
Next.
And next.
Hey, you wanted to talk about it.
Do you remember that Next show on MTV, by the way? Next. Okay, just had to bring that up.
I do remember that.
You remember they
Yeah,
would
I
come
do.
out of the bus and then the
Yes.
next person would get out?
Yes, I do remember that. That was good.
She's Lauren on Red Bulls. This is
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
This is great. We need more Red Bull.
Hallelujah.
I'm gonna order some food though in a little bit, man. The food here at Christian's Tailgate is flat up amazing. So if you guys come by Christian's Tailgate,
Tell them what
or-
you've had. You've had some French
I
fries
had the
and stuff.
chicken fried steak, which is delicious.
Johnny's had some
delicious.
stuff, too.
Yeah, the steak fingers. Those are phenomenal. The hamburger, obviously, it's award winning. The hamburger's been great.
Yeah.
They've got some fried pickles that are they're awesome, and the fried okra, whatever batter they're using.
Oh, I know Garrett had some of those
Dude,
too.
so I mean everything fried. No wonder I got to go to the gym.
I did not set you up for that.
My bad.
Now it all makes sense.
All right, let's
Yeah,
get some
let's
football.
keep talking about
Yeah,
it.
we
Go
are
Nuggets.
getting back to that's right. So the last two games that we're going to talk about are the Seahawks and the Cardinals. So the Cardinals are second in defense in the league, but you got to look at who they've played to. They have not played
Hey,
some.
they play the
pretty-
Cowboys. They will,
They look good,
They'll
you know.
stack your stats, no doubt. You want to have good stats. I noticed when I was
Cowboys,
looking
the
through all the
Jets.
numbers in the
You know,
NFL.
we haven't
they're
gone
high.
off on the Cowboys yet today, and I think that's during our pre-show meeting.
So-
He's like, "Are we staying away from the Cowboys today?"
Well, because, I mean, when do you
All right.
kick a.
The thing is with the
Kick 'em
Cowboys
on
is
the-
there's
Yeah.
such a dirty laundry list, like long. The
Yes.
defense is terrible. You have so much talent, but you can't use it correctly. And the coaching, and it just feels like there's on and on and on. And I hate it for them.
Trust me. I'm
How's
not-
that fantasy football team doing, Lauren?
Trust me.
I just had to throw that in there.
If you are only
Jeff just likes
listening,
to
I'm
dig in a
hiding
little
from
bit.
the camera right now
Jeff just likes to dig it
Well,
in
I
a little
still,
bit.
I had to dig once,
Yeah.
so sorry.
after the dad bod.
You kind of had that coming to you.
All right, who are we getting into? Arizona?
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. So normally the Seahawks knock this out of the park, but Kyler Murray, So what I've been setting up on Kyler Murray is he's really good at zone, but whenever it's man to man, it gets taken out each time. So that's what's going to be hard going up against Seattle. But Seattle, the thing is, they are undefeated, but they never are leading in the first half.
Yeah.
They come out of the second half, and that's when they get on fire. So they're going to need to be hot coming out of the gate.
It's a very weird team, Seattle.
So
They
one
are.
of the
They
worst
are.
teams in the NFL on defense, if not the worst team. Kyler Murray should have a big day, and it's almost like Kyler Murray's like Russell Wilson's little brother.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It kind
that's
of
a good
looks
way to
like
say
that.
it.
So this will be if you want entertainment, this should be a very entertaining game.
So you
Yes.
talk about the Cardinals defense too, and I'm wondering how do they line up against Russell Wilson and his deep balls?
Well, I can tell you this. Arizona,
I know that sounded weird. I know that sounded so bad.
we're juvenile.
Sports with balls, baby.
His deep
Oh, Lauren
balls.
on some Red Bulls. This is great.
Hey, one time you said sweaty,
Yeah, well, that's a Saturday Night
No,
Live
I know.
thing.
See, I'm
I
sure she hasn't seen that. That's
you got
old.
it. Just look up
Yeah.
but
sweaty.
I know what it is.
Just look up sweaty balls.
So Russell Wilson's deep balls.
Sweating over here.
I like that. I tell you what, Arizona though.
Looking up Russell Wilson's deep
Yeah.
balls. All right.
Yeah. Make sure Sierra's okay with that.
Long balls? No, that's
Yeah, deep ones. Deep balls.
okay.
This is fun.
I love it.
All right, so Arizona defense. To get back, so I'm gonna professional broadcast over here.
Okay. all right.
Arizona defense is ranked second in points allowed in the NFL. So Arizona's got a pretty stout defense. Missing their middle linebacker, he's out for the rest of the year. But they are second, like I said, 18.7 points per game. Of course, playing Dallas last week helped that quite a bit.
Exactly. So you
yes.
look at who they've played too.
Yeah, I mean, look at who they've played. Arizona's a weird team.
I think that Seattle also has those padded stats too with Russell because, like she said, they're not ahead a lot
Right.
enough to
Yeah.
run the
Come
ball,
back.
and it's like Russell Wilson just
Junkyards is
throwing
what you like to call
bombs
it.
like nonstop. You know,
Junkyards is what you like to call
Yeah, I
it.
like to
Yeah.
go, and you call it empty yards.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean Russell Wilson's out there throwing bombs,
Yeah.
like just constantly in the third and fourth quarter, and he's going to connect on a few of them.
Right.
So as we know, Seattle leads the NFL in points per game at 33.8 and yards per offensive play at 6.6, which kind of goes to what you're talking about.
Yep.
Seattle defense is not terrible. They're 32nd in yards allowed, but they're kind of bend but don't break. They get to the quarterback a lot. They've given up the second most passing yards in the NFL. Luckily, Arizona doesn't pass the ball great right now. I mean, they're just really athletic on the outside.
I look for Hopkins to go nuts this game. 150, 2 touchdowns.
Offensively, you would think they would do that. I mean, they're 4th in rushing. They're 4th as far as total yards in the NFL. So I'm actually, so just so everybody knows, it's Seattle minus 3.5.
Okay.
I'm actually I think Seattle's gonna lose their first game of the season.
Oh.
I'm gonna take Arizona plus 3.5 at home.
Wow.
Yeah.
So another point that I had to make, we look at the Cardinals and what they do defensively, but also for the Seahawks, Jamal Adams is out.
Yes.
No sign of like what the pass rush is going to be and how they're going to get to Kyler Murray. So what's the defensive schemes that the Seahawks are looking to take against him?
Against Kyler Murray?
Yeah.
I mean, whatever you throw at him, Kyler's going to run. He's going to get 50 to 70 yards rushing. If it breaks down,
He can, exactly.
Their
He can
offensive
extend the
line.
play, so-
Like I said, what's the over/under in this?
I haven't seen the over/under. Like I said,
Because I would probably bet on the over.
-3.5.
I would just bet the over because I don't know if I'd touch the points. This is going to
55.
be 55. See,
Yeah.
that is high flying.
Yeah.
It's rare that
Yeah.
you get up in the 60s for NFL on
Correct.
over and under.
Yeah.
This game will be entertaining. Well, if you watch Red Zone, this game will be on it a lot.
Well, and the one thing that'll be interesting, one of the things that's helped Seattle up to this point, Seattle's terrible defensively, but they're first in the NFL in turnover differential. They're +6. So they don't give the ball away very much, and they take the ball away from the other team. So that's one of the reasons why they're staying so competitive. But I don't know. I just think the way – now, granted, they played against the Cowboys, so Arizona looked good. But I think with Kingsbury, I think they're kind of finding the groove a little bit.
Seattle gives up more yardage than the Cowboys do.
Ran the football well.
So-
Like I said, I think Seattle loses their first game. This is that kind of game where Seattle's coming into it undefeated. Arizona just had a pretty solid win, playing at home, given 3.5 points. I like Seattle.
All right. Well, the last game we are going to get to is
I like Arizona. I said I like Arizona.
Yeah.
I like Arizona with a 3.5. But like I said,
Okay,
Jeff
okay.
says don't listen to me.
all right. So, and you are Seahawks, correct?
Like I said, the over under. I think I'm going to go the over. This is one of those ones. I mean, if you twisted my arm, yes, Seattle, but I'd bet the over under and I'd go the over.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, there you have it. We'll see their picks again on Sunday morning on iVoxNews.com and, of course, right on our social media websites. Handles. So you got Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, wherever you name it.
Yep.
Last game we're going to talk about is Steelers versus Titans.
Yes.
So Steelers are leading NFC North, and the Steelers are very high on their air raid performance. You look at Ben Roethlisberger and what he does. He does a lot of, I want to say dump passes, but they're about 10 to 12 yards. He just gets the ball down the field and keeps him moving the chains.
Yeah.
Now, you look at the Titans, and they got Derrick Henry, my guy I'm always high on, even
Yes.
though being in Houston, hate what he did against the Texans. I digress. They'll be running the ball and handing it a lot off to him. What are our thoughts on this game, guys?
If Derrick Henry's running the ball well, you're in trouble. If that guy can get off like he did
He needs
against
feed
the
me.
Texans,
Yes, he does.
If that guy can get off like he did against the Texans, you're in trouble. And I told you last week I'm high on the Titans with Ryan Tannehill too. This team can hit you in a whole bunch of different ways. Pittsburgh has had an easy schedule so far. Their wins are against like Texans, Dolphins. I forget a few. It's pretty easy for them.
Don't sleep on the Dolphins.
No, well,
Don't sleep on the
We
Dolphins.
can get into that with Tua, but me and Grant talked about a little bit on Tuesday. But
Yeah, you weren't there.
this
Exactly.
the game.
That's why I don't know, Grant.
Both these teams are 5-0. They look like both these teams are on a roll. Roethlisberger looks to be getting his mojo back. And this guy, what's the receiver's name?
Claypool.
It just looks phenomenal.
Oh, dude.
He does.
Where
Like,
did he come from?
just out of rookie. There's just he looks great. So I don't look at this game as being as high flying as Arizona Seattle.
Yeah.
Because these defenses are pretty good, and they're going to run the ball.
Yeah.
But I look for a very entertaining game. This will be close.
Well, it's going to be a clash of two teams that are very good. So you've got Pittsburgh, which is great at stopping the run. Terrific. Now, granted, they've only played 5 games, remember, because they had
I'll
to
look
win.
up who they played. It's not.
So
it's
they've
not
only played
impressive.
5 games, but they lead the league in rushing yards allowed at 331 yards through 5 games. Titans have rushed for 789 yards through 5 games. So you've got two strengths going against each other in this game, which will be interesting to see.
All right, here it is. You ready?
Yeah.
Giants, Broncos, Texans, Eagles, Browns.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't played.
I mean, you haven't really been tested that much.
They haven't been tested that much, no. Steelers are third in points allowed. It's crazy, though, when you look on offense, Titans actually have the better numbers on offense in comparison to the Steelers. The Steelers are just killing it right now. Like you said, probably because of their opponents, but they're just killing it right now defensively. I mean, they lead the NFL with 24 sacks. The Steelers do.
Oh.
Yeah.
And who's behind them is the Cardinals.
Yes.
And we didn't mention this about the Cardinals either. They're coming off a short week since they just
Yes.
played.
Correct, yeah.
So.
So yeah, it'll be.
Kill Seattle.
I like these kinds of games just because you've got two strengths going against each other: rush defense and rushing offense. Tennessee's really good, and I was surprised when I look at it, the offensive numbers that Tannehill's got. Tannehill's balling.
That's
man.
what I'm saying. He's on. I picked him up in fantasy. The kid is good. He's really good.
Tannehill is balling, no doubt. So let's go to.
And the Titans' record is too. They've played Broncos, Jaguars, Vikings, Bills, and Texans. So I mean, both of these teams. It's not like they've played the Chiefs or any of these high balling or high octane offenses. So it's going to be an interesting game. It's a test for both of them.
Oh, absolutely.
To see where they stand.
Absolutely.
I don't see a blowout. I see it. These teams, they're going to be hyped up. They'll be in Tennessee, and I think what is it, -2.5?
Well, last time I saw it, it was -1. Tennessee -1. So
I gotta
Close.
go again with take a team that's better or equal, whatever. They're 5-0. I'll take the 1.5 with the Steelers.
you take 1.5 with Steelers?
Yes, sir.
I will too.
You keep pressing that, buddy. John, let's see what we don't want to talk about your Giants last night.
Yeah. No, we don't. But yeah, no, I'm with you on the
We need a
Steelers.
soundbite for that Daniel Jones shit.
I know, poor kid.
I did that once. Oh, sorry, I can't. We
Yeah,
already
that's
did the
right.
Jeff 5.
No, it's okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, it was the game before the
Back to
playoffs,
Jeff.
and I did a halfback toss to my halfback Brian, and then I went off the opposite direction, and he passed me the ball, and I grabbed it. Nobody was around. I took off. I was running too fast.
And you fell?
And then, like, at the 20-yard line, the 10-yard line.
I mean, I didn't do that. It was still like midfield, but I didn't make it all the way down. Like the part that makes that thing about Daniel Jones weird is that he had ran 60 yards already
With no problem.
with no problem. Like
Yeah.
like it doesn't just like he
I wonder if his
stumbled out of
legs
the gate.
just, like, gave out or something. I don't know.
I mean, you just get to running too fast, and he just he was running fastest in this year or last year, fastest quarterback in the NFL,
Yeah.
but then Lamar Jackson, all of them.
Tell you,
It's like
it
white
doesn't
lightning.
do white quarterbacks any good when you see some clumsy white
No,
dude
dude,
running down
terrible.
the field and he trips and falls over his own feet.
Or
Like,
the
that's
Giants,
Not good.
any good.
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct.
Saquon was at home going, no.
Yeah. Yeah, that was embarrassing.
Sorry, Johnny.
Yeah.
All right, so Steelers, Titans, y'all both basically said Pittsburgh, correct?
Pittsburgh's
I'm going
4-1
Pittsburgh.
against the spread, by the way, so far this year. So
Yeah, I'm Pittsburgh.
All right, and then Monday night we got the Bears and the Rams. We will look at the rest of the games going on Sunday. So who we didn't mention was a little bit of the Cowboys football team. We said a little bit of that. Bills.
We don't have time to get into that, but
Bills-
I'd love to sit here.
I don't
and hammer
wanna get
I'd love
into
to
it.
hammer the Cowboys a little bit more.
I mean,
would.
yeah. So we got the Bills and the Jets as well. The Panthers at the Saints.
Oh, by
Packers-
the way, the girl is a massive Cowboys fan.
there you go. I like her already.
Well,
I like
she
her
should
already.
be on your side
yeah,
then.
I like her already.
All right.
Yeah, thanks, Johnny.
Packers versus Titans. Ooh, let's see what Watson does against them. Browns versus Bengals. Lions versus
Did you
Falcons.
say Packers versus Titans?
Texans.
Oh, okay.
Did I say Titans? If I
Sound
did,
like you
my
did.
apologies.
4-1, 1-5. Go
So,
Pack. Go Pack, go.
Jags
Oh, real
versus
quick.
Chargers.
Something I wanted to bring up real quick. I know we're running up against it. J.J. Watt, y'all watch out. There's rumors all over the place this guy's going to be let go, which I thought they should have done this last year or the year before. Is probably
Yeah.
get more value out of him.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a sad day for Houston for him to leave, but it's about time. Trade him to somebody that can win him a championship.
use his talents and actually
Yep.
get somewhere with it. I think he's going to be, if he stays with the Texans, he'll be the only guy, not the only one of the guys in the Hall of Fame that doesn't have
Agreed.
a championship. So we have we talked 49ers,
Andre Johnson.
Pats, Chiefs, Broncos.
That game, watch out for that game. I know it looks bad, but that is I've been to a few of those games in Denver. Sorry.
Of course you have. Of course you have.
So that is a massive rivalry.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they go at it. It's like the Pittsburgh Browns games and
Yeah.
stuff like that. That's a big game.
Go Bronx. Hope they can get it done. And then the teams on the bye are Vikings, Dolphins, Colts, and Ravens.
Vikings need that bye. Jeez.
Yeah, they do that. Grant, are you going to take us back in time?
I will do that if you'd like me to.
I'd love you to.
First, we got to thank somebody.
Fitzpatrick?
No.
Just had to say it. I just had to
No.
say it.
No.
What's he not even playing?
Hey, and if you want to get into, Nick Foles, we can do that too. Texas AV Productions is responsible for this.
Toasted.
They are your event partner for all things live production, setup, designing, installation, corporate events, concerts, and touring support. If you mention Sports with Balls, you will receive a free consultation, plus 10% off your total bill. Call them at 281-241-7520. Check them out online at txavpro.com. Jeff's looking for his food to go.
you know what? That's exactly what I was
Yeah.
He's
thinking.
like,
I was
where can I get this
I need to-
food?
I need to
He
order
looked
up some food.
He's still got something to do here. All right, so today's October 23rd, 2020. So we're going to go back in time a little bit. October 23rd, 1945. Did you know that Jackie Robinson signed with the Montreal Royals? That was basically Brooklyn Dodgers International Farm Club, and of course we know he moved up
Yep,
and
of
became
course.
part of the
Yeah.
team. So
Jackie, number 42, baby.
yes, sir. October 23rd, 1993. Did you know World Series Baseball defending champion Toronto Blue Jays beat Philadelphia Phillies 8-6 in Game 6 to win the World Series, and Blue Jays infielder Paul Molitor was named MVP.
One of my favorite players, Paul Molitor.
Yes, I like Paul Molitor. Local ties here, October 23rd, 1997. Did you know Les Alexander, who was the owner of the Houston Rockets at that time, actually bought the Edmonton Oilers, the NHL's Edmonton Oilers, and was planning on moving them to Houston.
Really?
At the last moment, a local business group in Edmonton bought the club so he wouldn't move them.
Wow. So we would have had another Oilers
We
team.
would.
Yeah,
but,
would have had a team down here.
And that's,
Speaking-
he had a lot of money at that time. We just come off back-to-back championships.
Yep.
Them and the Rockets.
And I was
Yeah.
going to say, speaking of Les too, him and his wife are basically like a lot of like animal protesters. They do not wear anything like animal. One time I wore my camo jacket or something like that to the stadium whenever I worked, or to the arena rather, when I worked for the Rockets.
Yeah.
And they were like,
this
take
is
that
your
off
bragging
now.
montage right now.
Well, they were like, take that off now.
Oh, they
When I was
told you
working
to
for
take
the
it
Rockets.
off?
Oh, they told you to take it
They
off?
were like, take that off now.
Oh, wow.
Don't let
Jeez.
him see you with
Did
it.
you take it off?
Yeah, I left
Damn.
it on my desk.
Well,
It
yeah.
was a
I
hunting
mean,
jacket.
She's getting paid. You got to
Well, yeah, I mean, that was my full-time job.
Yeah.
gotta go.
Yeah. And then October 23rd. Well, I'm not going to say about that. It's something about Kyrie Irving, but who cares? But I did
Oh,
want to
that
say,
guy.
Social media,
a couple
social media,
birthdays today. October 23rd, 1869. John Heisman was born.
Oh.
He's of course he's what the Heisman Trophy was named after.
Did you know that?
I knew this was coming. I turned around and be like, I hope she's not going to say
You know, they
that.
named the Heisman Trophy after him. Did you know that?
I just thought it was irony.
but I
If you
saw
don't,
this.
I should have
I was gonna
said
say,
it.
if you're new
Yeah,
to
go look
following
back.
us, he
Cy
brought up the
Young.
Cy Young winners one time,
yeah.
and he was like, "Oh, that was actually named after Cy Young."
I didn't
Really,
say it
Jeff?
just like that.
Yeah. No, that was
You said
paraphrasing.
it like, yeah, pretty
That
much
was
close to
paraphrasing.
that.
But I didn't know this. He died in 1936. They named the Heisman Trophy after him 2 months after his death. It used to be the Downtown Trophy, Downtown whatever award. But they say he's an innovator and master strategist. He was the proponent of legalization of the forward pass. He was the first one to have both guards pull on a lead run and have his center snap the ball. He invented the hidden ball play and originated the hike shouted by the quarterback to start each play.
What?
Oh, wow.
What was it? But what do you think it was beforehand?
I had no idea. And he's also credited with the idea of listing downs and yardage on the scoreboard.
I think if you go watch Peyton's Places or whatever, it's
Yeah.
got that on there.
Yeah.
Because that's an incredible show, by the
Yeah.
way. When he
It is.
travels,
When does the
it's
new season
awesome.
come out?
I don't know, but I've got it on recording. But that
It's
thing,
pretty
Peyton's
cool.
Places, is dope.
I like it.
And then today, 1962, Doug Flutie. Today's his birthday.
No
So,
wonder he was on.
Happy
Birthday.
birthday, Doug Flutie.
He was on. What's his name show today? Yeah, Doug Flutie. Doug Flutie was awesome.
Yep. Heisman Trophy winner, Grey Cup MVP, Pro Bowl. Fantastic.
Yes, yes. Man, great show, guys.
Great show. We are watching. We have college football right in front of us.
I
in
gotta
South
go-
Florida.
I gotta
Just,
go to the gym.
Ran a long one in.
You're going to go to the gym before or after you eat?
Yeah, are you gonna do it?
I'm not going to the gym.
I was just kidding.
I don't
You
know.
are
Like,
good.
I need to get.
Why would I do something like that?
I definitely need to. I'm gonna get this food in me for sure, and I'll go to the
What'd
gym.
you order?
I don't know yet. I haven't ordered yet.
He's still looking
So
around.
what were you looking around for then? You looked around like you'd ordered it and you're
Well,
waiting
I was
on
thinking, I was like, man, what I gotta order? Because you were in you're doing your thing. So I
it. Yeah,
All
was
right,
doing
well,
mine.
you were
you-
real into it too. I could tell.
While you order, Jeff, I just mentioned college football will be coming to you with the latest and getting you ready for college football tomorrow with some of the hot games that are going on.
The hot games.
Hot games.
Big Ten starting back up.
I just
tomorrow.
like what
There
you
you
put
go.
down right there.
There you go. Houston's playing U of H, Boise State, Western Michigan, UCF, Memphis. Some of the games for you. We will break it down on our iVoxNews.com media update. That's right. By Sports
Memphis,
Balls, you'll
baby.
get one every day.
The Memphis Tigers.
Oh yeah, where's your Memphis flag?
My dad
Or
played.
hat?
My dad played for him, so I love Memphis.
I
used
know,
to go to
where's your
all the
Memphis
games.
stuff?
I know. I can't put
That's
it up
why
anymore.
we used to have Memphis stuff.
Yeah,
that's why we
exactly.
used to have Memphis
Exactly.
stuff.
I was gonna play football there.
Oh my gosh, it is 7 o'clock on the dot.
7 o'clock. All right, we're out of here. Jeff Michael, Lauren Leal, Graham Miles. This is Sports with Balls, man. We love y'all. Thanks for paying attention. Peace. See you soon.
Jump in my 6'4" and let the top dine. Trunk hitting hard when I swing through H-time. Cup full of oil and an orange kush sweet. Cause this is how we do it in that 713. My candy red paint cocked up on foe. Shocking and body rocking cause the south side ho. DJ Screw got me falling asleep. This is how we do it in